Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Hope you're all doing well today. I am walking in a beautiful preserve near my house while I wait for my dog to get groomed. And I'm going to talk to you about what's been on my mind lately. So beautiful in here. I'm not very far into the trail, so you can still hear the traffic, unfortunately. Twice in the past week, I have had well-meaning friends want to talk to me about the fact that I don't want to get married again. As I've said previously, I am a 62-year-old woman, single, raising grandchildren after losing my daughter, and I have zero desire to ever get married again, and people just can't stand it. The thing is, I used to be one of those people. I couldn't stand it if somebody was alone, and I would want to fix that. I would want to find someone for them, set them up with someone, because it was inconceivable to me that someone could truly be happy without being in a relationship or without being married. When I was little, all I wanted in life was to grow up and get married and have children. I wanted to have one home that my kids would grow up in, my grandkids would come back to, my great-grandkids someday, and it would be a stable home for them, like my parents gave us. They were married 64 years. Well, I couldn't give that to my kids. It didn't work out that way. I've had 3 marriages. They all ended. And then I had a 5-year relationship, and that ended. And I don't want to do it again, and I'm good with that, so I don't know why others are not. The fact is, at this point in my life, being 62 years old, I am making more money than I've ever made in a career that truly fulfills me and makes me happy. I love working with my clients. I make lifelong friends out of most of my clients. That's an aspect of real estate I didn't expect, but I love it. And I have a huge friend base. I have a large family. I have my grandchildren that I'm raising. I have my dog. I truly feel, for the first time in my life, that I am 100% fulfilled. My status in life right now is perfect for me. I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. I am content and happy with the way things are. Recently, I've had 2 different friends say to me, well, one was family, one was friends. Well, when the kids are gone in a few years, you're going to decide that you want to be in a relationship. No, ma'am, I will not. Unequivocally, no. I'm too old for it, y'all. I am so set in my ways. I love how I live my life, how it's structured. I have my routines. I don't want to pick up anyone else's underwear. I don't want to clean up after anyone else. I don't want to argue with anyone else. I don't want to have to negotiate where we're going to go for vacation or what we're going to do today, what we're going to do for dinner. I can make those decisions on my own without anybody else interjecting their opinion. And I love that. Oh, it smells so good out here today. I don't know what is blooming, but it smells amazing. Oh, I love this. I want to clarify that I'm not bitter and I'm not angry. I'm just tired, and there's a difference. I just don't have it in me to put what it takes into another relationship, nor do I want to. Once you've lived alone and you find that peace and that balance, and you can do what you want, go to bed when you want, make decisions on your own without somebody else's input. The peace of that, the joy of that, it just makes you not want to ever again invite chaos into your life. The women at my age are in relationships that don't fulfill them and they're not happy, but they feel like they're too old to be alone or to start over. But they've become cooks and caretakers and doctor appointment planners and medication givers. That's fine, but I don't want it. There was a time many years ago, probably a couple years after I got divorced, that I went on Match.com. I did go out with a guy who was, oh my, y'all, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Went out with a guy who was a local deputy sheriff. Man, he looked good, and he was saying all the right things, doing all the right things. This went on for a month or so. Lo and behold, one day on his Facebook, he changes his status to engaged. What? Engaged to who? Turned out he was cheating on me, cheating on her, the whole time, going out with me. My goodness. I love this place, y'all. So the thing is, you know, maybe there is somebody out there that could make me happy, could make me feel fulfilled, could make me want to do it again, but I will never know because I don't have it in me to give it another try and suffer being heartbroken again. Anyway, what is it with these dating websites at our age? Oh my God. Most of them, they're sitting in a recliner, shirtless, fat, couple days growth of a beard, and their profile pictures look like this. They don't even attempt to smile or to look somewhat attractive at all. This is what gives me peace and joy, y'all. This is all it takes for me. Not money or stuff or things. This is all I need. Right here. Nature and beauty and peace. Thank you, Lord. Y'all, I had to come back later. I'm at home now, but I had to come back later and record this part because I realized it was the whole reason I titled this video was this little story, and I left it out. I forgot to tell it. So the other day, my little 10-year-old granddaughter was here, and I took her swimming to a local pool, and nobody there but this one man, and he was sitting in a recliner, big old fat belly, sitting there puffing on a cigarette. Not even supposed to be smoking in there. And I sat on the step while she swam, and he came into the pool and sat over across the way a little bit on a step, and he said, "Hi, I'm so-and-so." I said, "I'm so-and-so. How are you?" Talked a little bit. Then he said, "I just have to ask you this." And I cringed because I knew what was coming. "Are you married? Or you in a relationship?" I said, "No, and I'm not looking to be." He goes, okay. Well, just asking. And I said, "I see a ring on your finger." He said, "Yeah, but I was asking for my friend in Seattle who's going to be moving down here soon, and he really wants to be with somebody. Would you be interested in meeting him?" I said, No, thank you. I'm not interested in meeting him. Sorry, wish you all the best with that." He said, "Well, let me ask you this. What about friends with benefits? You interested in friends with benefits?" As if. You know, all of these dating websites, these men and my age group, they always say the same things. They're young at heart. They're in an unfinished divorce, a lot of them. They want to be drama-free. Every profile says love to laugh. Every bit of it's BS, y'all. Oh my gosh. Look at this. So beautiful. So beautiful. I'm glad, y'all, that I'm still physically able to do this at my age. I do know people at my age who are so physically incapacitated now. Got to keep getting this exercise so that doesn't happen to me. When you've survived heartbreak, many heartbreaks, not just one. You've raised your kids, you've paid the bills, handled crises, mini crises, and rebuilt your life, you get to a point where, y'all, you just don't need validation anymore from anyone. I don't need that anymore. I used to, but now I don't. I'm not against love. I'm just at a place in my life where I don't need any more bitter disappointments. I don't want that. I don't need it. I'm doing just fine without it. Ever feel like I want to clean up after somebody again? I'd go borrow my friend's toddler for a while. My friend said to me last week, don't you love that feeling in a new relationship where you get butterflies in your stomach? Have y'all ever watched butterflies? Listen, I was on my back screened-in porch one day, and a butterfly came in. Couldn't figure out how to get back out, even though I had the door propped open for the dog. This butterfly just flew around aimlessly and confused and couldn't figure out how to get back out. Confusion, chaos. Now I don't want butterflies in my stomach. I am too old to teach another man how to communicate. That was another big issue, communication. Trying to have a conversation with somebody who just wasn't on the same level and didn't understand nor was interested in what I was trying to talk about. I need to be able to talk to people, and that's why I have my good friends. We go out for coffee or they come over to my house, we do things together. I get everything I need from that, from my friendships. I don't need that from a man. When I was younger, I ignored the red flags when I was in a relationship because I just wanted so desperately to be with someone. Not no mo. Well, I don't want to wake up next to a man in my bed. I'd like to wake up without left shoulder pain from this torn rotator cuff, but I don't want to wake up with a man. I wake up with the only male allowed in my bed, and that is my 65-pound golden doodle. And I wouldn't have it any other way. He loves me. I get my snuggles and my smooches and my love at night. I just get it from my dog. And that's all I need. At this age, if you give me any anxiety, I will cut you off forever. I was thinking today about the dating websites at my age, what I found out when I was looking at them back about 10 years ago. You know what I love? I love going to thrift shops and antique shops. But when you look at the stuff in these shops, everything is old, damaged, chipped, broken, missing a part. That's great when you're antique shopping. Not so good with a man who wants to date you. Already raised my children, and I have raised my grandchildren. I don't want to raise somebody else's grandpa, y'all. You are single and in your 60s, 50s, 70s, and you are distraught because you don't have a man in your life. Y'all, get out there and find your joy and find your peace. It's there. You just got to look for it. Don't sit home being lonely and depressed. It doesn't have to be that way. I'll admit, if I just sat home and didn't do anything, I'd probably be depressed too. But I'm so busy in my life with work and the grandkids and the rest of my family. And hiking. I love hiking. Doing active things. I love trees and flowers. I love working in my plants. You gotta find what gives you joy. Shirt. It says, of all the paths you take in life, make sure a few of them are dirt. I promise y'all, hiking in the woods, walking these dirt trails, they're healing. They are for me. They give me something that I desperately need. I just get an urge sometimes to get out in nature, reconnect with nature. See the trees and the plants and the animals. Get away from the chaos of the world. It's really healing for me. I hope you can find that too. If not in hiking, if that's not your thing, if you're not able to do that, find something else. Find a group of people who do what you love. Crafting, a reading club. I love to read too, y'all. takes you to another place. You get into a good book and you feel like you're transported to another place. And I love doing that. Y'all, find what makes you happy. Find what gives you joy in life. Because it's there. But you gotta look for it. Thank y'all for sharing this walk with me today. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Get out there and enjoy your life. Make the most of it. Peace out. On another note, what made me think it was a good idea to take a hike in Central Florida at 95 degrees, y'all? It's hot out here. Still, I enjoyed my visit with y'all. Y'all, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. I would love to see it grow. I would love to help more people who are in the situation that I'm in. I want to give people advice from things that I've learned over the years that help to give me peace and joy. I know so many people are struggling with that. I want to be the one to help people. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are doing the same, and they've done it for me, and now I want to give back and I want to do it for others as well. So if you would please consider liking and subscribing and sharing, I would greatly appreciate it. Now y'all get out there and find something that gives you joy today, and please share with me what it is that you decided to do. I hope to be able to spur some people who had no plans for doing anything awesome with their lives today to find something, and let me know about it and how it changed your spirits, uplifted your spirits, and gave you happiness and joy and peace. Let me know. You guys have an awesome day. I love you all. Even the ones of you I never met, I still love you. Peace out. Jesus loves you too.